Hello and welcome.
We're already in trouble. We're already out of batteries line.
Jenna, go find me 2 batteries inside, please.
I had gave you some.
They're not working. Good evening and welcome
And
to another
welcome.
episode of Lebs on League, where we may not have enough battery power to get through tonight's episode, but with me today again I have Bass and Cousin Al. Today's topics, we are going to discuss State of Origin number 3. Cousin Al, do we have what it takes to go up to Queensland and beat the Queenslanders at their own game?
We're going to get punished.
They're going to get punished.
I think we're going to get punished.
You know what? That is a very good choice of words.
We're going to get punished.
Love that word. That is...
That's what I hope we win, Johnny. But I think we're going to get punished. Especially today after Trent Merrin apparently is going back to play for the Dragons.
Are you fair, Nickham?
Yeah.
I thought you were having a lend. So he's been named to play
Did
for
you
St.
hear
George.
I didn't hear
So
that.
I thought we were a front rower short. Now we have no front rowers on our bench. None.
And Ben Cray's still there, so...
Wow. And
Me
you know-
personally,
Ben Cray.
I don't care if Glenn Stewart plays or not because he hasn't done anything this series.
I
He's
agree.
been out of form.
Absolutely agree.
So what are we waiting for? Just to see if he
I
fires
don't
up.
know. He outwalked Lazarus this afternoon at the training session, so he's in apparently.
He outwalked Lazarus. Doesn't take much to outwalk Lazarus.
No, I reckon we're going to get punished.
Yeah,
No,
it seems to me that in Origin 1 and 2, the Queenslanders didn't fire up, and I think it's going to be impossible for them not to fire up at home.
We're gone.
Next
We're
Wednesday.
gone. It's Petro's last Origin. They're playing at home. They might even break the wig wearing record. I don't know.
The wig wearing
The
record.
wig wearing.
Have they got the equivalent to Blatchy's Blues up there or something?
Well, I reckon they'll be handing them out at the gate.
But that started with them anyway. They used to all wear red wigs for Fatty Vorden. I mean,
We're
that was
handing
all,
them out at the gate.
we mimic them very, very well.
We are going to.
We're very good at
Hey,
aping
God, I
them.
thought that was original.
But I hope we win. I hope we win because
Blatchy, I don't have any more respect for you. I'm sorry, buddy.
in our defence, Carney and Pearce hasn't fired yet. So maybe if they fire,
Well, if in our defence they haven't fired. Okay, in Queensland's defence, their
Yeah,
team
but-
hasn't fired.
the second game we
Their
punished-
entire team hasn't fired.
They haven't fired.
Yeah, but we bashed them in the second game.
Okay,
We did.
agree.
If we bash them again, we might win.
Yeah, but I tell you what, if they're firing, we can't bash them.
Yes, we can.
No.
Okay, with a bench like
I'd like to start. I'd like
with
to
a
think
bench
I'm wrong.
like Bo Scott, Ben Cray, Luke Lewis, Anthony Watmow, Tony Williams with one to drop off. The only two there that deserve their spots really are Watmow, Luke Lewis. Tony Williams needs to be there because of his mongrel factor. But if Glenn Stewart's injured, who's our bench?
I'm not even looking at the bench. I'm looking at the bench of Queensland.
Gillette,
And who do you put out?
Gillette, Taylor, Hannah, Shillington, Bowen, T.O., Dane Nielsen.
Maybe
Apparently there was a rumour that Taylor's going back to South this weekend as well, so they might drop him.
I'm
See you later.
surprised they're letting him play still, considering most coaches I know when they sign him. You know, speaking of signing,
Is that going to lead us to our next...
we're gonna go strong. You know, personally, I think that we've got to do a hell of a lot that we have never done to win up there. But time will tell.
I hope we win, but I think we're going to get
And
smashed.
what do we need to do in order to win? How can New South Wales beat the Queenslanders up in Queensland?
Mate, just consistent footy. Just basic football. Hold the pill and score more points than Queensland. I think we'll win.
We need to score 8.
If we score more points than Queensland, I
If
think
we
we win.
score more points than Queensland,
We
we
might
may
win.
just do
Might
it.
have a chance.
At a bare minimum, we need 18.
Yeah, you need 3 tries.
At a bare minimum, you need 3 converted tries. And with the bench that we've chosen, I can't see us causing too
Well,
much
I think
trouble.
Tony Williams is going to make a big impact because he had a... Mate,
Well, if
was
he gets
on fire.
used like he got used in game 1, he's not going to make anything.
Well, Jamie Bureau's not there, so...
and this is what I don't understand. All these clubs clamouring for Ricky Stewart's services.
There was
Like
5 today in the
we've got no front rowers on our bench for Origin. If what you say is true about Merrin going back to play,
Yeah,
for
I
St.
heard
George.
Merrin's going back, and they got Hannah and Shillington. And
What do you mean Hannah and Shillington?
Hannah
They've
and
got
Shillington.
Hannah and Shillington, Dave Taylor, Matt Gillette. There's your
think-
forwards.
Dave Taylor's... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 2 props.
2 props and 2 big back rowers.
That can play in the centres.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Alright, next.
sorry, we're going to race through this one. We're a little behind.
Because the battery's low. Because someone forgot to get batteries.
I've had a hell of a day, guys.
he's the ever-ready bunny.
You're going to have to forgive me. And, of course, this household doesn't have any
Studio
batteries.
Studio.
Look, I understand that Bass really wants to talk about mid-season signings. And, Bass, I'm going to let you take it away. What's your beef?
Surely
It's a
this,
farce, isn't it?
surely this is ridiculous. Like last week, case in point. Sam Perrott turned out for the Roosters against Manly. From his first touch of the ball, he dropped the ball, and he didn't even say sorry to his teammates. Nobody ran over to give him a tap on the back. No worries, lift your head. He didn't want to be there.
He dropped the ball.
The team.
You know, on a pat on the back.
No. Usually they walk over to say, "Don't worry about it. You know, we'll get there. Lift your head." He didn't want to be there. The team obviously knows that he doesn't want to be there, and it's like, why are players being allowed to swap clubs during the year?
Well, what else are they going to
I
do?
reckon it's a Rooster thing. If he dropped the ball for Canterbury, they'll all run up at him. Even if he's leaving to go to the Roosters. But because he's playing for the Roosters, no one cares about anybody.
Have you seen this?
I don't know.
Read the team that's last on this list.
Are you in the 8?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, of course it does.
No, it doesn't.
Because the competition is top 8.
There's 8 teams that aren't in there.
Are you in the 8?
There's 8 teams that aren't in there.
And you're one of them.
We're not last.
Hey guys,
But we're one of them.
We're not last.
we're off topic here.
Okay.
That's just saying that it's ridiculous.
It
that
is. It's a
players
farce.
are-
It's a farce.
I don't agree.
I beg your pardon?
I don't agree.
Why? Why?
I don't understand why these guys have to wait to find out what they can do with their career and their life, and they've got such a short playing career that these guys can't organise things mid-season.
Okay.
Last year, Chris Sandow signed with your beloved team in May of last year.
He's on fire. He's
And
getting better.
he fired for the rest of the season as best as Sandow could. Now, he's not playing that well for you guys at the moment, granted, but he still had the commitment and the spirit to play for South Sydney for the rest
You
of the season.
misunderstand what we said.
That's good.
Signing with another club is fine.
It's no
But
problem.
leaving one club to another club during the year is ridiculous.
Sorry, that's my... So,
That's what we're talking about. 6 players have done it so far this
Alright.
year.
What
why
are they
you-
going to do? What are they going to do?
What do you mean?
How do they fix it?
Do you think most players, when they sign with another club, move home anymore?
No.
So, you got to see out your
I'll
contract.
tell you how to fix it. You see out your contract. Right?
Absolutely.
And there's a trading window.
Yeah.
When's this trading window?
30th of June, apparently.
No. Stuff that. It's mid-season. No good.
No good.
You play the grand final. A week to discuss the grand final, celebrate. And then you got, where are we? October. You got until the 30th of October. Is it 30 days October?
Yeah.
30 days October. So is it 30 days?
31.
31.
31 days in October.
31.
Where
You
we
got
going?
until the 31st of October to make a decision. End of story. You got 2-3 weeks after the grand final, and that's it. Who's running the bloody competition?
The players, obviously.
Mate, you got 3 weeks to make a decision, no matter what. If you don't make a decision, you're out. Bad luck. You need some testicles in this competition, mate.
I do need some testicles in the competition.
Everyone's running around doing what they want to do. There's
Case
mid-season
in
transfers.
Case in point about testicles,
A
right?
guy's father bought a number 2 Warriors jersey because he's
Did you hear
Cristiano.
about the AFL player who did a stupid tweet? He got fined $5,000, and every commentator's up in arms going, $5,000 is ridiculous for a stupid thing to say. Then they get to you, they turn around, they say to you, what's his name?
Who?
The drug you.
Cousin?
Yeah, Ben Cousins got caught with methamphetamines yesterday.
Yeah.
Got fined $800. A guy does a stupid tweet, gets fined $5,000.
Yeah, but-
but that's the AFL saying our way or the highway.
But does Ben Cousins still play that?
They're just using the comparison of how somebody gets caught with drugs, gets fined $800.
But that's the law. That's the court of law. This is the AFL dealing with the tweet. The court of law is dealing with Ben
But that's what I'm
Cousins.
talking to you. Making a stupid tweet is not breaking the law.
It is with the AFL.
But that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
The AFL has kahunas.
Exactly.
We have, now the people that govern and run our game, no kahunas.
No
kahunas.
testicles.
You should be able to say, the season's over, the grand final's done, the celebration's over. Now you have till Christmas, you have till December, whatever it is. You find another club that you want to be at if you don't want to be where you are, or if your contract's finished, or so on
A
and so forth.
contract means nothing. That's the problem.
Absolutely not. It's not worth
It
the
means
paper it's
nothing.
written on.
It's got to mean something, mate. This game's got to mean something.
So give us an example
They're
of exactly what's happened with Perrott. But what's the story
Parents
there?
gone to the Bulldogs with his brother. Shandor Earl,
Sandal.
effectively this weekend's
But
playing for Penrith at Canberra.
why is he
He's not wanted there, and instead of waiting to finish his contract, they're moving transfers.
He can't get a start for Penrith.
But-
Shandor Earl.
Penrith still have to back up his contract. They still have to pay his contract, don't they? The top end.
No, if they're taking him over Canberra now, it'll be half till the year out, and then they take over
It's
from
a
there.
farce. It's
Shandor
ridiculous.
Earl's moved from Penrith to
Ridiculous.
Canberra, effective immediately. You've had the Anthony Mitchell from the Roosters has gone effectively straight away to the Cowboys.
Some Penrith hooker went to the
Some
Roosters.
Penrith hooker has gone to the Roosters
Anthony Mitchell went to the Cowboys.
right this week.
Yeah.
During the season. Now, if your mind as a player is trying to find another club during the course of the year, whilst you're playing for another club, you're not doing your job. Your mind is elsewhere. That's a conflict of interest for the
Maximum-
club. Well, obviously he can't get a starting run For the Petlock,
So
for
he's
example.
upset.
He doesn't know where he's going to be next year.
So he's looking for another club. He found another club to take him, so why not go now?
So whose fault is it? Is the other club's fault for allowing this to happen and saying we're going to take this player
everyone's
who's
fault.
obviously substandard?
It's everyone's fault. It's their agents, it's the players, it's the competition, it's the commission.
Why has the commission not done anything about this?
What
Is
was
it-
the first thing they did when they came into place?
They got rid of the McIntyre.
The Mac- and I thought, how good's this? They
Straight
acted.
Brilliant.
Straight away, they acted.
We haven't heard anything from them.
Nothing
ever since.
since.
Worth every penny.
And now the AFL are investing in Birchgrove Oval.
Did
They
they
should-
get rid of Gallup?
They should have a nickname.
Why?
The new commission.
Who?
David Gallup. Do nothing.
Yeah, but mate, they got to do.
Referees to do.
Mate,
Do you think
October
the NRL has
30.
forgotten about the fans?
Who?
The NRL has forgotten about the fans.
Mate, the NRL has forget the fans.
Treated the fans with contempt.
forget
Are
the
they
fans,
too
forget-
busy trying to commercialise the sport to actually worry about what's good for the fans?
Mate,
and
forget the
clubs?
fans, forget the players, the teams. They have forgotten about the game. Period. This is about the game we grew up loving, mate, and playing. No one's talking about the game. No one's improving the game. Everyone's worried about contract this, contract that, the TV contract. Mate, the roots of the game is finished.
What's bad about the game now?
The only
the
excitement
juniors.
you get about the game right now is the 3 Origin games.
That's it.
And
The
the semi-final
juniors, the
series.
juniors are
Everything else in
struggling.
between,
The
people are
country
just waiting for the
struggling.
finals to come around.
I disagree.
Where's this next generation?
You said this a couple of months ago, that one of the things you don't like about Origin being on mid-season is that you only get half a round played, and then the next week you get the other half of the round played, and you're missing out on a lot of football.
And
I
the players
feel the
aren't
same
playing.
way. So we still miss our football. We
Yeah.
still are keen to watch the football.
100%.
But that's the fans again.
That's the fancy.
We love our game. We'll turn up, rain, hail, shine, thick and thin, Super League, no Super League. We